Why am I getting so many requests for pictures of my feet?
Hey, are you almost done with your stupid fan business or whatever? I want to play a video game.
Hey, Jenny?
Is that my shirt? Is that porn?
No, it's not that. It's ceiling fans, like you said.
The hell, it's not. Move. Oh, God, seriously? Ugh. Oh, dude, not my bed.
You should hit him, Jen.
How long have you been there?
The whole time? What? I thought it'd be rude to interrupt.
You hussy, you haven't been selling ceiling fans at all.
You're the one who thought OnlyFans was a place to sell literal fans. Well, I had to figure out a way to get money. It's not like I can work at McDonald's.
And what, doing spicy pictures are supposed to get you a bunch of money? Oh my god. Why do you have so many subscribers? There can't be that many perverts on the internet.
Hey, Jenny, look.
Oh god.
This booty ass just made a fortune.
I kind of feel like I shouldn't be seeing this.
Remind me how long you've sat below 3K subscribers on YouTube?
My channel is niche, it's not for everyone.
Oh yeah? Look at this niche.
Ugh. Why do I keep turning around when he asks? Well, happy October, I guess.
Hey, I'm sorry, Jenny. Here, it's to help you make more money.
What? What the hell is this? Oh. You know when you hear about a movie being made that sounds so stupid, you think it's a joke, so you wait for the punchline? Only for the punchline to be that the movie actually gets made. I also thought Blood and Honey was a joke, and why couldn't it be? Well, someone, somewhere within the bowels of Spencer's, a higher-up thought a movie based on a company that sells Halloween decorations needed to be made, and out of that cauldron of mediocrity climbed the Spirit Halloween movie. This movie really feels like they went with the very first draft of the script. Fun fact, I could not find a budget for this movie. It's apparently a mystery, but I guarantee they lost money because the movie made a whopping... Did I mention Marla Gibbs, Rachel Lee Cook, and Christopher Lloyd are in this movie?
Seems so unnecessary.
Well, that's what we call overkill. What we call psychotic.
The movie opens a long time ago. We find out later this is in the late 40s. This is what the writer of this movie thinks is a long time ago. On Halloween, where an orphanage is visited by Alec Windsor, played by a very tired-looking Christopher Lloyd. I'm the bad guy, just in case you weren't sure, Marty. You think giving him a snidely whiplash mustache would have been a step too far for this movie?
I told you, I'm not giving you the land.
That's the beauty of it, sweetheart. It's already mine. You have 48 hours to evacuate.
After delivering his villain speech, he turns to leave. After all, he has to steal candy from women and tie babies to train tracks. But what are the odds? This particular orphanage's matron saw The Craft as a teen and cast a curse on Windsor, but since their shots were filmed on different days, nothing happens. You weren't even a little weirded out by that. Not with the sudden storm that showed up out of nowhere and disappeared when she stopped chanting. Maybe this is just something that happens to Windsor every time he buys out land from under poor folk. It's also kind of weird that this tyrant land miser is the one that's showing up to deliver these notices to vacate. You think he'd just send one of his employees, or who knows, maybe it's a work perk for him. Well, turns out her The Craft witch phase wasn't a phase and she's an actual witch and totally kills him and a glowing jellyfish wiggles out of him. I'd like to point out that Christopher Lloyd's driver did not give a remote shit about his terrible boss collapsing and dying right in front of him. He didn't even get out of the car. I mean, this is truly inspiring. This leads us into meeting our three protagonists as they ride their bikes across the credits. Jake, played by Donovan Cullen, Carson, played by Dylan Martin Frankel, and Bo, played by Jaden J. Smith.
Frank moved our Halloween stuff to storage. It took a while to get back. Anyway, I'm just waiting for him to hang the darn lights.
Oh, what? You can't do them yourself? Oh, come on. You can't still be afraid of heights. Oh. Shut the Freddy Puck.
Pop-up Halloween store in a creepy lot?
I'm sorry. Oh, no, sorry. Excuse me. Did the kid that was just teasing another kid for a very rational fear of heights just say, shut the Freddy Puck? Look, I know this is a kid's movie and they're not going to swear, but it's hilarious to think that these 12-year-old boys are not dropping F-bombs when it's just them. Swearing is what all the cool fucking kids do, am I right, bitches? No, tell me, because I've never been one of the cool kids. These kids are blown away about a pop-up Halloween store that's parading around in what was totally a Toys R Us's corpse.
Bummer. It won't upload.
Dead zone?
Dead zone.
Ah, breathe it in, kids. It's the smell of overused cliches from horror and kids movies. With a dash of capitalism.
Remember this car. It'll be the last thing you'll ever see.
You gotta love how accurate this store is. Down to the bored as hell seasonal employee on his phone in the background.
Here's the thing. 8 months from now, you'll be growing hair on your chest and stealing your dad's aftershave.
He's not my dad.
Oh my god, why is there almost always a "you're not my real dad" plot point in kids movies?
What's your point?
I'm not trick-or-treating this year.
What?
Halloween's for kids.
You know, I trick-or-treated until I was about 18 because I looked really young for my age. What? I like candy and dressing in costumes, alright? Halloween is the best holiday, period. Wait, why am I still wearing this crap? And I have paid it forward since and give candy to whoever comes to my door in or out of costume, since costumes are expensive and not everyone can afford one. And for kids or not, how you gonna pass on free candy? Sure, you'll get the rough toothbrush or unwanted religious pamphlet on occasion, but most of the time you get like Reese's or Snickers or Kit Kats, and sometimes they're king size. King size! Think, Carson. God, why were these kids excited to see a Halloween store again? Ow! Ow!
Look, we could do something actually fun, like sneaking to Ray Marino's Halloween party.
You'd seriously rather go to some stupid high school party you're not even invited to?
We don't have to do that. I'm just saying we can't trick-or-treat forever.
Well, enough about childhood loss and a sentient fortune teller animatronic. It's time to meet Jake's mother, sister, and stepfather. Look how cute those giant-headed ghosts are.
Are you kidding me?
Jake, this is Joni's house now too, all right?
I don't care! We don't do princesses on Halloween.
Maybe it's me, but I find the juxtaposition hysterical. The pretty dead-eyed princesses just hanging out right next to the decapitated heads in a graveyard? The implication is amazing. These oligarch tyrants had those two beheaded, probably because their names are Smokey and Otis? Hi, Rachel Lee Cook. You know, this is another thing that just irks me. Cook was in Josie and the Pussycats. That was a funny, self-aware, charming film, and seeing her here just makes you realize how much fun they could have had with this ludicrous plot, but instead we get this.
I don't care!
Oh, bitch, bitch, bitch!
I want to be a princess for Halloween.
Princesses suck, so that's stupid.
Oh boy, I am so invested in Jake's character development and story.
It's a family tradition.
Well, it might be time to start a new tradition. Once you finish this.
Seriously? Do you know nothing about me?
Oh, God forbid anyone else in the family decorate a small piece of a huge front yard the way they want. And how does he know that the princess decorations weren't like a family tradition with the stepfather, his kid, and his late wife? Or is it just only his traditions that matter? I am not without sympathy losing a parent you were close to. Regardless of age, it's devastating. It can be difficult to acclimate when your surviving parent starts dating or even marries another person, but this can't be a recent thing. Do you know what I mean? Unless mom moved on right after dad's funeral, they're living together, so them dating is probably not new news. And if Jake is still upset about this, he needs therapy.
Is Carson home?
Oh yeah, he's in his room hiding from chores, but who needs him when I have you, right? Wanna help?
Yeah.
Super smooth. And how dare you refer to decorating for Halloween as a chore? The two reminisce about their past teachers after Jake finds a button with a princess on it.
Oh, that's probably from Mrs. Tollmeister, my 3rd grade teacher.
She always hands out apples instead of candy.
Oh yeah, apples and buttons.
Can I keep it?
Only if you promise to wear it.
Meanwhile, Carson is up in his room watching bodybuilding videos. Man, I really don't know what the kids are into these days. It also really doesn't make any sense, and it's only brought up much, much later in the movie when he's called out for pretending to be too grown up for quote-unquote kid stuff. He doesn't seem particularly interested in working out, he doesn't talk about bulking up, and I don't quite understand why he think just watching muscled up guys work out was a grown-up thing to do. Honestly, after I saw this scene, I thought they were going to broach the topic of maybe Carson was thinking that he possibly might be gay and that's why he was acting weird with the other friends. But instead, it's just abandoned like the other plot points and, like I said, only brought up much later during a stupid fight.
Where's all your Star Wars stuff?
Dude, we're gonna be in high school next year. It's like you're in denial.
Oh yeah, teenagers are famous for hating Star Wars. They also hate Pokemon too, and anything else that brings any joy. You have to be a tryhard that's all grown up while weirdly also not cussing and having zero hobbies because those hobbies are for babies, right, Freddy Puck?
You still play with toy guns?
That's no toy. With dart mods, I've gotten it to military grade accuracy.
How does modding the Nerf foam dart make it military grade? They're still coming out of a toy gun, or was that also magically made military grade because you duct taped shit on it? Oh my god, look at what the foam dart did to the wall! Imagine if Jake fired and hit Carson in the face. I wonder what they'll use to fight the animatronics later when they come to life in the store. It's as disappointing as you can imagine. Like, why even bother setting up this plot point when you barely use it?
Fright Night's tomorrow night, which is basically Halloween anyway.
Basically Halloween is not Halloween.
Dude, no, not that one.
We just watched our protagonist threaten his friend with a Nerf gun that he was just told was upgraded to military grade. We're supposed to be following this asshole.
We're doing something Saturday. The 3 of us, best holiday of the year, just like always.
Why do these boys hang out with each other? They seem to have no common interest and they fight all the time. But then again, I was never a 12-year-old boy. Maybe this is a 12-year-old boy thing. Adults who were once 12-year-old boys, you'll have to enlighten me. Joni, the stepsister, finds the princess pin left by Jake, so the earlier regicide is all forgiven, I guess. You know, I do like Jake's room decorations. It kind of reminds me of my own tweenhood bedroom.
What you doing?
Heading out with my friends.
I'm sorry your dad died because of bone cancer.
I'm sorry. That should not be as funny as it is, but it comes out of nowhere. How can anybody not laugh at that? It reminds me of that viral Walker, Texas Ranger clip with baby Haley Joe Osmond.
And how you doing, little partner?
Fine. And it's a little visitor now.
Well, pardon my French, but I'll be damned.
Walker told me I have AIDS.
Hey, Frank offered to take you guys to pick out your Halloween costumes tomorrow.
Mom, he's literally wearing a costume right now.
Mom, no, I'm not even going trick-or-treating this year.
Sorry, honey, I know how much you look forward to it. But hey, you could take Joni.
Or, hear me out, Mom, how about you and stepdad Frank take Joni out for trick-or-treating instead of entrusting her well-being to a 12-year-old who has clear disdain for her and would probably ditch her the moment she became annoying. Like, I'm sure this is a small town, but I doubt a kindergartner can navigate her way home at night. You know what I mean? The local theater is hosting a Fright Night where patrons dress up for the occasion, and I swear there's always somebody in a Rasta and Pasta Banana costume. You would think this Fright Night that seems to be directly advertised to teenagers would play horror movies or have Halloween-themed games or something, but instead we get an exposition puppet show about Alec Windsor.
And so it is believed that the spirit of the
Wait, they tore the orphanage down? Like after the miser guy died? Then... Are they saying it was torn down years ago, or literally after he was killed?
A body never found? A curse never broken.
How? Like, I was joking before, but maybe the driver really didn't give a shit about him and just tossed his body in the first hole they came across. He really did hate the shit out of his boss, didn't he?
Hey, who's that talking to your sister?
Ray Marino? Dang.
Ray Marino? Can you even string a sentence together?
You don't need sentences when you got touchdowns, bro.
It also helps when you're a 20-year-old senior. He's not in the movie after this scene. You know, it's a shame. I thought we were heading somewhere with, like, a plot, but instead we just get more of Jake's complaining. So who doesn't love that? Carson tries to get himself invited to the super cool teen party, but Jake has decided they're gonna do what he wants to do, which is...
How about a night locked in here?
What?
The Halloween megastore.
Now we're talking.
God, that sounds so boring. And that's coming from somebody who loves Halloween decorations. Let's think about it. This isn't an arcade lock-in we're talking about. It's a Halloween decoration store. Trick-or-treating and then finishing off the night with pizza, soda, the candy that you just collected, watching a horror movie. That all sounds like a much better activity than this. I would fucking do that now instead of what they're planning.
All in. Like always?
Seriously nuts.
Jake packs everything needed to commit B&E before longingly staring at his skeleton Elvis statue, or a picture of his dad, or whatever.
Don't stay out late, Jake.
Grandma, stop scaring my friends.
Listen, Bo, you stay safe.
So remember when I said this movie feels like a first draft? Grandma G is the little girl from the opening. Never really brought up, she has nothing to do with the story, which... Why? It's just so obvious they could only afford basically one-day shoots from these high-priced actors and the entire movie suffered for it. God, whatever. Jake and Bo meet up with Carson and after more pointless bickering, all three ride to Spirit Halloween to have the most boring Halloween ever.
Hey, Bo. Are they gone?
Bo notices the light and even mentions it to the others, but nobody seems particularly interested by a light with no source and proceed to have the most mild-looking fun ever while listening to kind of Michael Jackson. And watching, not gonna lie, for a second there, I honestly thought they were watching Gutterballs, to the point that I had to Google how everybody died in that movie to make sure they were not watching Gutterballs. Nobody should watch Gutterballs. Nobody. Hey, no, don't you pull up that tab. No. Hey, apparently it's called The Bowler, but I cannot tell if it was a movie before this or made for this movie.
Was that there before?
I'm gonna say yes.
Phew, thank you, movie. My anxiety could not handle that tension.
Is that the old mill?
It has to be. Hold on, give me this.
Dude!
Holy crap, that's only a few blocks from here.
They act so surprised. They were talking about this stupid legend like 2 scenes ago and then watched that weird sock puppet play about it. A picture of the 3 boys and Jake's father falls out of the book, and the boys have a brief connection before a chime rings out somewhere in the store, followed by a growl.
Told you it was an old building. We should find a breaker box. Come on, Wimps, I bet it's in the back.
See, Bo was always right. So every horror movie starts.
Back at Carson's house, Kate gets a call from her mother checking in on them, only for Kate to realize Carson forgot his phone and takes it with her to drop off at Jake's house, only to be told by his mom that they're actually at Bo's.
Carson didn't say he was staying here, did he?
No, I blinked. Sorry about that. I will swing by there.
Have fun.
Okay.
Kate is my favorite character. First off, she has amazing fashion sense. Yes, it's obvious she's supposed to be a copyright-safe version of Harlequin. Don't care, she kills it. Plus, I love those pants. I want those pants. They look like something David Lee Roth would wear while doing a kick-up on stage. She's also a great big sister to Carson, who frankly does not deserve her. She immediately covers for the boys when she realizes they lied to sneak off, then goes looking for them to make sure they're safe. She could have easily just been a stereotyped popular sister who hates her little brother, but they actually wrote some depth to her. There's a glimpse of good writing there, so don't say I only have bad things to say about this movie because Kate exists.
No one's home, Kate.
They made this poor woman a jump scare twice, all because she has a cataract and doesn't talk to people.
So you in 10 years.
That was my joke, Spoon.
I'm Mr. Moneybags now, I don't listen to you.
I'll cut off your money bag. I liked you better when you were a balloon or whatever the hell you were. Kate goes through Jake's Instagram to see the photo of the store and their not so subtle comments, which leads her to believe they snuck into the store and head off there.
Ask the right questions, you'll get the right answers.
Is Alec Windsor roaming tonight?
Are you too serious right now? Really? So, does he want something, or is he here to, like, hang out?
Boys, you have to ask it a yes or no question. Hence, the yes or no on either side of her.
What does he want?
Wow, they are immediately on board with the ghost of an old rich dude haunting a pop-up holiday store. And that's still not a yes or no question! Soldrana, probably sick of these kids' shit, slams her head against the glass and the ghost of Alec Windsor slowly saunters over to the Reaper animatronic. Windsor possesses the animatronic and grabs Bo before getting lightly tapped with a costume scythe that hurts him for reasons, and all three kids race towards the exit. Oh, never mind, they hide instead of leaving. Look, I know they said that they're locked in, but like the doors are glass. They're glass. There's plenty of heavy stuff within a Spirit Halloween you can use as like a battering ram or just throw shit at the windows or doors until it breaks open. Instead of remaining quiet, the three dumbasses bicker loudly before Bo farts, leading the Reaper right to them. And I still don't see how Windsor did not see Jake there. Phenomenal hiding spot, guys. Carson manages to bat the Reaper's head off, and the boys make it to the back rooms. No, not those back rooms, unfortunately. At the same time, Jake's mom calls Kate to check in since Jake's not answering his phone.
But you know kids and their phones. Never charge or never on them, right? You know, but they're doing great.
Kate covers for the boys, then walks around the building to find a ladder to the roof.
This is so stupid.
I agree, Kate. I was kind of hoping this movie would be more of like a 90s kids movie kind of feeling.
So what the heck are we dealing with here, Bo?
Why are you asking Bo this in an accusatory tone? He's learning all of this at the same time you are, dumbass. Well, I assumed because, you know, he was the first person who was grabbed by the bad guy. The kids start arguing again, and of course, the obligatory friend fight happens with Carson crying about wanting to go to a Halloween party while Jake cries about wanting to go trick-or-treating.
Well, I need my book, but based on what we've seen, I'd say affect things or possess them.
I hate this plot device, and I'm not even really sure why I find it so irritating. It's just bad writing.
Hi.
How did you get in here?
I broke in. Guys, do you know how insane this is?
Good job, sis. Let's go.
Windsor decides now that the camera is on him, he should probably find something to possess and chooses the easiest thing an actor can wear. Do me a favor, open up a tab up there, or if you're on your phone, go ahead and go to your favorite search app, you know, whatever you're watching this on, and type in Best Spirit Halloween Animatronics Ever. If you want to be a little more specific, just type in a random year after that, like 2008, 2015, whatever, and weep as you look at all the different animatronics that they could have landed on, but instead we got...
Please, just, where's the window?
What? You came through the roof.
Yeah?
Hey, how is that bear moving?
You don't want to know.
Can you look or sound less interested in what's going on? Just no sense of urgency or danger. I don't really want to harp on these kids acting because, you know, it could very well be the script or the direction that they're given and not necessarily their acting talent. And I don't really like doing that very often because at some point it becomes me bullying children. And I really don't want to do that, especially when some of these kids have better resumes than I do. Oh, nice work, director, showing much scarier animatronics you could have used in the background with the lazy costume you chose in the foreground. You know, it just brings attention to the fact that they probably used the majority of their budget on 3 known celebrities. And money laundering, probably.
Welcome to the party, princess.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what's happening? The store is trying to kill us!
Great job warning her about a potential threat when the fucking threat is heading your way.
Alright, distracted. We'll get Bo and then we'll get back to the storeroom. Okay.
I know. They're trying to be funny and self-aware, and that is what the movie desperately needs. But it needs to be in the whole movie, not just this part. It's like watching one of those stage shows at a Six Flags from the 90s where super high 20-somethings dress in Ninja Turtle costumes and pretend to fight Shredder, but the punches are a full meter away and they do needless backflips to keep the kids' attention. Jake gets his book, and the 4 make it back into their safe room with Teddy Lloyd beating down the door.
Tortured spirits cursed to Earth are reluctant to cross over, express themselves through angry outbursts of energetic phenomena. And for 1 hour on the anniversary of their death, they can possess things or people.
Seriously? Well, I'm glad the book your dad bought you from Zellers is also accurate about hauntings. Ooh, a Shining reference. How fresh and original. Wait, why does he know what The Shining is? I can't believe the writer only has one other writing credit, which is a, Christmas movie? That's oddly specific, and they were both written the same year.
Dude, bug spray?
You got a better idea?
100 of them.
Oh, there has to be another way out.
Better be.
Blueprints. Maybe there are blueprints or something. They can show us the way out.
Okay, moving past why blueprints would be there, Spirit tends to put up temporary walls if they rent out a building too big to house the merch. And remember, this is a corpse of a Toys R Us, and those stores were always massive. So only the front half of the store would be utilized with a huge open area that customers never saw in the back. So if they made it to that spot, you would definitely be able to see the exit doors because it would just be a wide open space. You know, you don't need the blueprints. Well, back at the house, Jake's mom just can't shake the feeling that something's wrong.
It's just he's not answering his phone, and neither is Lydia.
They're probably all in a candy coma fast asleep by now.
So I know what you're thinking. The parents are going to show up and the stepdad is going to save Jake or encourage him to climb up a high ledge to conquer his fear of heights. And that'll make him realize stepdad really does care about him, and they'll form a bond, and next year they'll go trick-or-treating all together as a blended family. Well, damn. I guess Jake has a reason to hate stepdad, since stepdad doesn't seem to be really all that fond of Jake either. Why does it keep doing that? Back in the safe room, the kids discover there's a hatch in the room they're currently in. Convenient. And they all make their way into the creepiest fucking basement I have ever seen. Why is this under a toy store? Why did they make a hatch leading to this? What was actually going on in this Toys R Us? They discover an old desk with backstory items that show this very plot of land was where the orphanage stood. This building used to be a Toys R Us. Why is Windsor suddenly haunting it now? Like, was the Toys R Us somehow holding back the curse? I don't think they made a costume. I think they just cannibalized a buzzsaw animatronic, which it does make sense, but it's kind of bizarre. So I actually have that animatronic. I did a video about it a few years ago, and look. So this is the hammer part of the buzzsaw animatronic, and look, you see this right here? Since this is hollow, what they probably just did was take this part off and then like take this, like saw this part off, and you know, it's See, it's big enough that somebody small can fit their arm through. And I'm pretty sure with the face, they probably just Buffalo Billed it, just cut around. That's it. I wonder if those blue lights added in post were to cover up where the latex split while getting the actor's head into it, and no one on the crew knew how to convincingly patch latex. Okay. That was funny. I did chuckle at that. Kate finds another tunnel that goes even further underground into an abandoned mine, which is thousands of times more dangerous than Windsor right now. Please stay out of abandoned mines. You will die.
Spit it out, Bo. Whoa. It's in Alec Windsor.
I mean, it could have been a mine worker or somebody who got lost down there. Yes, it is his skull, but it's also really funny that they immediately jumped to that conclusion.
So they just dumped his body down here? That's sick and not the good sick.
I can feel myself dying. So is this why he's haunting the pop-up store? The town desecrated his body and he wants revenge on the townsfolk offspring a la Freddy Krueger?
If we make it out of here alive, I think I'm gonna take your advice and go for it with Kate.
Seriously?
Oh, it's so painful. Oh, the secondhand embarrassment. Please don't do that to yourself. Or her. Or us. Especially us. Windsor ditches the buzzsaw animatronic because that looked too high budget, so the movie crew paid a gymnast to very carefully walk down these uneven steps upside down in a costume they most certainly could not see in. Actually, watching this a second time, I think they just forced a gaffer to do it because any type of stunt person with gymnastics background would be able to make this look convincing and terrifying.
Holy cow.
It's only a model.
Damn, I was kind of hoping for a pirate ship, but instead we got Jason's shack.
Burn 3 things he haunts with glee, seal with the sacrifice to set him free. If by midnight he inhabits thee, your body will take me for eternity.
Do you think that's the antidote?
The Nightcrawler possessed by Windsor finally makes it down those stairs and politely stands off in the distance until somebody notices him.
What are you doing? Come on! Trust me! Don't misbreak it!
Movie, you have to establish when a character takes an item they found. The last time we saw those raid cans, Bo was throwing them down to the ground in frustration. We never saw anyone put cans in the bags, and they're not mentioned until now. How hard would it have been to show Bo putting the raid cans in his backpack? You could have just added a line like, there might be cockroaches down there, or you never know, we might need it, you know, to justify why he'd bother taking them in the first place. I am genuinely surprised how bad this movie is and what little enjoyment I got out of watching it.
Hey, Windsor! Are you made lithium and tritium? Because baby, you are lit!
If Windsor was the least bit effective as a villain, he would have attacked Bo during that sweet one-liner. The kids circle back to the store and into the exact same predicament they were in before, so stupid. Jake's mom sees a strange light, so of course she heads that way, because why wouldn't you assume your kid would have something to do with a mysterious light and an old man laughter? I guess writing a more sensible reason as to why Mama Cook would head in that direction would mean we would probably get a second draft, and heaven to Betsy, we can't have that.
It's coming.
And it's getting stronger.
And it's getting stronger! Shut up, Carson. That's what you sound like.
Burn 3 things he haunts with glee, seal with a sacrifice to set him free.
What's a sacrifice?
For the hungry, food. For the poor, currency.
For the grieving, a photo of their dead.
Bo and Kate are the only remotely likable characters in this movie. Case in point, they discovered to remove this curse, they need to sacrifice something precious, to which Kate immediately hands over a necklace that was her grandmother's. No second thought, no hesitation. She does this to save everyone, knowing it's going to be destroyed in the process. So Jake immediately loses it. I wonder which object they'll use instead.
We need to use something else. Jake, it's just a photo.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a photo.
Maybe if it was established that was the only copy of that photo, I would understand his hesitation. But as far as we know, there are a ton of copies back at his house.
Jake, we need to at least try.
Look, we're all sorry you lost your dad, dude, but at least you had one.
Give it a rest!
No, movie, you have not earned this, nor does the writer have the writing capabilities to navigate this subject. I mean, even if the real villain of the movie did say it, no.
We're here now, alive. No thanks to you, by the way.
Chill out! Hey! Hey!
Hey, do you two need some mediation? Cause I don't really know what to do right now. Carson goes and throws his little temper tantrum, then Kate gets knocked out and is possessed by Windsor. Stop that. I swear that's how it's edited, and I don't understand why he's so mad. Just light it on fire or make Kate eat it one page at a time.
Oh! So you're back to play with those kids?
You guys are gonna need me.
Yeah, we'll definitely need someone to trip so we can get away, and you're most likely to grow up to be the type of guy to start fights in bars unprovoked, so we don't need more of you. Jake's mom makes it to the store, and Carson finally opens up his guitar case to reveal his stupid military-grade foam dart Nerf gun. Let's not forget that's still his sister's body that he's planning on using those weapons on. Adorable! So we finally get to see all these different animatronics brought to life, and then they're just used for target practice for Carson's stupid Nerf gun.
Windsor's using her to control the monsters.
So why did he need a body for this? Why couldn't he just use one of the animatronics with hands to do this?
Jake! Don't be stupid!
He said while holding a foam katana he's planning on using as a real weapon.
Jake!
She has no reason to think that the kids are in there. She just sees a light in the store. And she also has no reason to believe what's going on in there is sinister to begin with. To me, it looks like someone left the display to the decorations on after closing. I paid $1.50 for this piece of shit and spent my entire Sunday watching and taking notes for it. And I do mean my entire Sunday. 8 hours. 8 hours to get through this hour-and-a-half movie. 8 hours of my life gone.
That body you're in belongs to my girlfriend!
Pretty sure she has a say in that, Jake. That's it. I'm done. They get the book back after catching Windsor in the dumbest trap, and Jake burns the book for the sacrifice and destroys Windsor.
Jake, I love you. You're my hero, but that is never gonna happen.
You know, that genuinely surprised me. I mean, the movie has been nothing but cliches and plots from better kids' movies. I really thought we were gonna go down this stupid road.
Best Halloween ever.
Shut up, Jake.
I'll explain everything. Just, can I walk home with my friends?
No!
Yeah, walk the 14 kilometers home. We'll talk then.
Thanks, Dad.
Who approved this script? I just want to talk. Yeah, we get the unearned resolution with the stepdad we barely saw. No, movie, no. Just end. Let me be very clear. I was not expecting an amazing story to come out of a movie about a pop-up Halloween store. But I was not expecting this. Plot points are set up, then abandoned, or resolved off screen. Characters who should have had more importance to the plot are brushed aside, and the story as a whole does not make sense even in the world it's set in. I would rather sit in a car with Spoon, Horace, and King Apple for 2 hours while driving through a desert to a tourist trap in the middle of the Nevada desert before slogging through this again.
Funny you should mention that.
Had they not wasted their money on getting celebrities and gave the movie outline to someone with experience writing kids' movies, it probably could have been at least fun. Remember, screenwriters, just because you're writing a kids' movie does not mean it needs to be a lazy cliche mess. Stop treating kids like they are stupid and put some effort into it.
Shut the Freddy Puck.